Recettear on the PC. Let's see. Merchant tiers, news, outstanding orders. That's what I wanted to show you. Okay. Um, Offline, I was doing a bunch of not. I was not recording basically, and I was making a lot of progress. As you can see on the top of the screen, you can see all the gold I have here. In fact, let me just point this out. It is day 15. I needed 30K, and yes, I was save scumming. Don't worry about it. What matters is that I made the kind of progress that I didn't think I'd be able to make so easily after a couple of failed attempts. I was kind of being a perfectionist. I would miss one sale, or I would miss one order, and it might be an order for like 2 swords or something, which is like what, $400, and I would miss that order and just restart the save, or reload the game save. Well, ignore that. But what I did manage to do is a whole mess of business. And I'll explain how in a second. First thing I want to mention is this. Store atmosphere, don't care. Haven't had to worry about that at all. Merchant level is now at level 8. Mostly because I was able to make a bunch of minor sales at a time when candy was really expensive. And I think armor was really cheap. There are fluctuations in the market where the prices of certain items goes up or down during the game. It only really mattered to me in this when I try to make money by selling certain items when their prices were low. Like I would go to the market and buy items um, that were depreciating in price. I bought a few of those and decided to sell them after the market went back to normal levels for those items, and I made a little bit more of a profit. But that's not where the money is, at least so far. What I was able to do was sort of generally kind of point myself towards that $30,000 debt on the calendar, while trying to fulfill these orders, mainly because it was just it's a guaranteed sell. Instead of worrying about what you're going to be able to sell, 2 or 3 days from now, it's nice to be able to know that this is a guaranteed sale at some point down the line, regardless of how much money you have. Some of the stuff is pretty worthless. Like some of the stuff might be 2 swords. Well, the swords you might have might be cheap swords, but if you know that I'm going to be able to get, maybe 2 foodstuffs today for like cherries or oranges or something, okay, maybe that's a worthwhile sell. So in other words, I'm not gonna sell those items to my customers, knowing that these guys will come in later and ask for something more expensive than what I'm probably gonna sell. So if someone wants food and I have an expensive cherry, say, I'm gonna not sell the cherry, but sell them something cheaper like walnut bread. So get out of my face, I guess. But I'm gonna worry about that later, because I really want to show you guys where I made this money. And let me put as usual. Yeah, the price is up, so I'm going to try and sell these. Although what I try to do is, I try to keep the ingredients out here on the shelves. Where are my ingredients? Yeah, I guess they're all on the shelves. Let me just pull this out and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, like what I want to put on my shelves. Ingredients. Because normally like right here. Because normally no one has ever walked up to me saying, I need an ingredient. They say, I want food, I want swords, I want gloves, robes, armor. But they never walk up to me and say, I want ingredients. So I always just put these on the shelves. People will just grab it. But some people will walk up to me and say, I would like food. And then, okay, I'll sell some walnut bread. Or they'll say, I want a treasure. Well, that's on the shelf. Well, actually, they usually are on the shelf. I guess I don't have any right now. But they will ask for a specific item, like this. It's not on the shelf. It might be on the shelf. But if it's not on the shelf, I can pull it from my inventory, and that's fine. So these are items that I don't have to have on the shelf. Like, this is not on the shelf. But if I have it in my inventory and someone asks for it, then I can just pull it off the back order, which is basically what this is. This is the back room, I guess. So knowing that no one's going to ask for ingredients, I put those out on the floor. And like this powerful anti-venom. The really important and expensive ingredients I'll put out here on the windows. So I don't know if that means anything, but whatever. Maybe I can charge more for them. I keep forgetting. Tier will clear that up. But basically my logic is put the ingredients on there, then put the most expensive items. And maybe just kind of wonder, maybe just kind of ask yourself, is anyone ever going to ask me for anything specific? And that's the stuff I will keep off the shelf, but in my inventory, so that I can always bring it out if someone wants it. So that makes the decision, what do I put out on the shelf versus what do I keep in my inventory, easier to do. I'll also mention this. Merchants Guild. Fusion. This is where I made my first huge sale, now that I think about it. This Romantics cape right here. There was a rank 1 cape item here that asked for these two ingredients, the cloth cape and the special inkwell. That. So I actually had an inkwell because I picked it up in the dungeon, and the cloth cape is actually in town, here in the market. They sell them here for about for 1,400. So what I was able to do was go here, fuse that cape. I'm pressing right on the D-pad. Combine this cape with this inkwell for free, and then create this Romantics cape, which I then put on the window, and I sold it for like what, 10,000. Again, the cloth cape cost 1,000, or 14. I think at the time it cost 1,000. It might be up to 1,400 now. And I was able to get the inkwell from the dungeon. I combined those two items, and I basically made a $9,000 profit off of that. So that's where I made a fat load of loot. In fact, I think that was at 10K sell price. I was able to go up about 10% over that. So that's where I made most of the money you see up there. And I made another. I think I sold like a thankful statue or something treasure. And I made a lot of money doing that. So that was where most of the money I made was. There are some things here that might be useful, but I'm only going to be able to get this stuff in the dungeons. Hard to believe I don't have a muffler. I haven't been getting that. I got a few toothpicks, but I haven't been getting a lot of them. So I guess this is where all the real money is. But it looks like most of the stuff can't be bought. I'm actually going to have to go out and get it. Fur balls, I mean, you can kill rabbits for that. I wonder where I think I can buy that muffler. I'll see if I can find it. Insect traps that you get from killing bees in the dungeon. Iron armband, I might be able to buy that. Let's see. But I don't think these things are actually sold here. Yeah, we only buy weapons here. Weapons and armor, basically. And as I might have mentioned earlier, the only weapons I can use right now are swords because they're the only weapons that Leon can use. See? He's the only adventurer I have. Yeah, you saw the other video I did earlier where the Adventurers Guild was closed because I think Leon was on the run or something. But now it's back open, and I was able to go in there once and get a whole bunch of junk. But I want to mention something about that dungeon. Right here. I'm going to reload my game save, so don't worry. In fact, before I do that, let me do the muffler thing. Because there are neck scarves here. Okay, was it a regular muffler? Let me confirm that, because I do have one, but they said I didn't. See, I'm gonna need a muffler, and they don't sell regular mufflers. They only sell these worthless, expensive. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to use that muffler. I have that shell necklace, right? Yeah, I have that shell necklace, but I don't have the ingredient. That muffler. What kind? Okay, so it's a muffler that I haven't picked up yet. So maybe at some point it'll show up as a unidentified item in the dungeon somewhere. Ring. Ingredients I haven't found yet. Slime fluids are everywhere. Those are easy to find. Helms. Yeah, what kind? That might be an expensive one. Treasure. Shark fin. I don't know where the shark fin came from. I think someone sold it to me earlier in the game. Instant tracks, again, I know where to get those. No one sells them, but I can get those in the dungeon. Shirt. Claws. Glove food. Bat wings, yeah, those are from the little flying eyeballs in the dungeon. Those are really expensive, so if I can get like 3 of those, it's usually worth it, because you can sell them for a lot of money. In fact, I made quite a bit of money on those bat wings. I think I made about $3,000 on the bat wings I picked up in the dungeon. Staff. But again, why get a staff? I mean, no one can use it. Long sword, I've actually gotten one of those. So I guess these are items that I've either picked up Or these are items I've owned at some point in the game, so they're unlocked. But we've established that. But I want to show you the Adventurers Guild for a second. Because here's the thing. Yeah, no reason. Okay, so I can go to the Hall of Trials. Can't go anywhere. I've already cleared that out. What about Jade Way? I've already done everything. So now my only other option is to do a boss rush. Whatever, maybe. I'm not interested, really. Maybe I'll end the video with the boss rush. Which means I gotta buy food. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna get for doing the boss rush. But I guess I wanted more floors. So I'm kind of disappointed. So basically, there are no more floors to this Jade Way. So I mean, whatever. I don't know. Do I get a better reward for completing it quickly? It'd be nice, but apparently it's not an option. So these are all I can't use any other adventurers at this point. So all that's unfortunate. I'll reload the game, because I guess I figured I'd be able to do more than this. But what I will do is, since I've earned enough money and I've showed you how I've earned that money, let's see what I can do in the next stage of the game. So we'll do a quickie. We'll be able to jump ahead to the next day, make a few more sales, see what we can do. You'll get to see my strategy selling this crap, by the way. But the easiest way, actually, let me just do that. The easiest way to skip ahead is to just go somewhere else, then jump back in. Take a period of time. I can go to the Adventurers Guild and go back home. Actually, I don't think I can just leave. Yeah, I probably can't. I can't leave. Yeah, I won't be able to leave. And as you probably noticed, I turned off the music because it was annoying as crap. Let's not get me started on that. Okay, so there's a way to leave. I don't know what it is. Oh, I didn't know I had that. Because I haven't been using it. Hold on a second. I didn't know I could do that. Yeah, checking scrolls and whoops. By the way, that flying eyeball is what gives me the bat wings. But let me go here. There it is. I didn't know I never used that black vacuum blade before. How did I select that? Oh, I hit the X button. Okay, that's how I select. Well, that's cute, but that might be helpful later. I don't really need that. So it's nice to have. I didn't give me a bat wing. Boo. Well, anyways, I can't leave. So I'll leave the old-fashioned one. So I can't jump into a dungeon and then jump back out. Yeah, that's okay. So basically, I want to go to the next day, which is easily done. I'll just drop these off. Excuse me while I whip these out. Actually, I should have said that when I whipped out the sword, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay, so we'll leave. Go back in. News. The price of weapons has well, it's great if I want to sell them. And sweets have normalized. By the way, if I forget what the news events are, I can talk to her. News summary. Price of shields has decreased, which means if I want to go into town and buy some more, now's the time to buy some, I guess. Then wait for the market to increase. Yes, kids, we're timing the market because capitalism. It said the price of armor is down, so where's the armor? Oh, yeah. It's in the Merchants Guild. Buy. Everything in red here is jacked up in price, which means if I have any, now's the time to sell them. Make a little bit extra money. But let's be honest, I'm not going to make that. Unless I have something expensive, I'm not going to make that much money off them. Armor. I thought it was down. Hold on, girl. I thought you said the price of armor was down. Did it normalize? Yeah, everything's up. See, it's all red. So what actually has gone down? Nothing I have. Oh, that's weird. Let me check the market. See what's blue. Oh, it doesn't actually say. Okay, never mind. Maybe it's not going to happen to the Merchants Guild. Yes, see, there we go. Yeah, everything's red. So I don't have to worry about that. It's a good thing I turned the music down, because it's driving me nuts. Okay, check that news report. Oops. If I return now, no time will pass again. Where are you? There you are. News summary. Price of armor is, okay, shields. Didn't look like the shields decreased. Oh, one other thing I want to mention. Standing orders. Yeah, if I don't open the store today, I'm gonna miss out on those two opportunities. And I don't think I have a choice now because it's too late. I said I was skipping to the end, didn't I? I'll open the store anyway. I'll show you what I got. I got food here, so I need foodstuffs and what else? It's pieces of armor. I don't think I have armor, so I'm screwed. Yeah, I don't have 2 pieces of armor. Yeah, I got that. Oh well. But I do have walnut bread. So yay, you're going to get walnut bread for your order. He wasn't specific about what kind of food he wanted. So you're getting the cheapest food I got. Well, he wants a treasure. Okay, see, this is why I don't need to put treasure on the shelf. Because he might just ask me for it. But it's possible I don't have any more treasures. Yeah, I do. Ooh, he's not going to be able to afford this, is he? See, watch this. If it's too expensive for him... Actually, I got this for free. I can probably drop the price a lot. Yeah, I got this for free. Ha! See? So, it wasn't anywhere near the pin, but I mean, I knew I probably wasn't going to be able to gouge him for 20k. But I got it for free, so who cares? I got this at the end of a dungeon, as I recall, when I beat a boss. Yeah, she wants a helm, huh? Well, the price is high, girl. Ooh! Normally, I'm not able to get more than 110 out of her, but I got 125 on that one. But again, the price was up, so I guess that was expected. Yeah, see, he wanted 2 pieces of armor. Check out, I think I only have 1, though, see? So, watch what happens. Oh, I guess he bought it. Okay, so I guess if I give him 2 something, he'll take it. Hey, it worked. Okay, so I learned something new. It doesn't have to be armor. It just be 1 piece of armor and maybe like a shield or something. Well, in that case, it was a crappy wood band, so it worked out in the end, didn't it? Foodstuffs. Let's see if I can do the same trick here. I have bread though. Yeah, I got walnut bread, and maybe he'll take an ingredient. Let's see. Yeah, how about some toothpicks? You want some No, I'll give him a water shroom. Tasteless, but it's food, right? Ooh, he walked away. Okay, I guess it didn't work that time. But now I know. The price of accessories has increased, blah, blah, blah. Armor is normalized. Okay, and I talked to the news. The price of shields is decreased. Wait a minute. Let me try that again. Maybe he didn't update properly. Yeah, I thought something well, I'll check back with that. Anyway, never mind. The end of the day. Yep, end of the day. He wanted food and he walked away. I'll see if he comes back. He probably won't come back, actually. Because I think once he finds out I don't have what he needs, he's not going to come back later in the day, is he? Let me check with her. Tier. See? No more orders. So he's not going to come back. So once he shows up, so basically I have to wait to the end of the day, open up shop. I have to go to the market, go to the dungeon, whatever, then go to the market when I come back, then open up shop. That's what actually I can't even go to the market. So basically I have to have the food before I open up shop, and I can't switch to something else. He's just going to walk away if I don't have what he needs. So that's somewhat unfortunate. Okay, so I'm learning something. I'm working the system. Murph. Welcome to Murph. Whatever, dude. We're not gonna have this conversation. Yeah, apparently Dodger over at Press Hard to Continue is doing like slash fix stuff with these characters, and I with these customers. I don't know what kind of game she's playing, but she seems to be having her own thing. She takes the hearts too seriously. I'll just put it that way. What can I get you? Yeah, you're gonna walk away if I give you walnut bread and a mushroom. uh, okay. Straight cash, homie. 14K, and 12 of that K, 12K of that 14K was that very odd vase you see over there in the sold section. Of course, the red oil was a great get. I mean, I think I got it for free and ended up selling it for like a 1500 or something. And my debt repayment is done. Who's your daddy? Your sugar daddy in this case. So it looks like, yeah, we're fine. So she's the one who's hitting us up for this money? Well, anyway. Capitalism. Okay, it's gonna be a thing. Second of all, what's the symbol on her head? Actually, I want to say it looks familiar, and it's not like a Tetris shape. At any rate, okay, enough. Enough storytelling. Okay, so we'll stop the recording here. I'll do some more crap offline. But I found out a few new items that I didn't think I was going to have to do. But since I already completed my task of the 30,000 or the 30,000 yen or whatever, then it was worth it to try out something new. Just to see what happens. Nothing to lose.